Hello, it's Ariel from Ariel Sims, and I am back with a Windenburg Town Center speed build. I decided to build a house in Windenburg that is kind of like a large family home, and I wanted it to be in a district that I'm going to make kind of like the Tudor European style district, which is the town center. I have like plans for the island. I want to make like Cape Cod style homes on the island, and then there's kind of like a countryside area, and I want to make like a lot of kind of like typical suburban homes. But this is the town center, and so I wanted to go with a little bit of a Tudor look, but I didn't want to go with like the traditional Tudor look that kind of came with Windenburg and the kind that pretty much like every builder has been doing. So I tried to put a little bit of a unique spin on a Tudor, and this house, when it was finished, I'm absolutely in love with the exterior. I haven't finished furnishing the interior yet. I'm in like a little bit of a rut building wise, and like I just can't, I don't know, like when I'm building, I can't, like, builds aren't really holding my attention, I guess you would say. I've been having a lot of trouble focusing on everything lately, so it's not just The Sims that's suffering. I did say in my last video that I would be posting videos every weekend. Unfortunately, I completely failed at that and did not post a video last weekend because things kind of went a little bit crazy with my job. There were massive layoffs, and luckily I still have a job, but pretty much everybody I've been working with for the past like 2 years got fired, and that's just always rough and difficult to deal with, and my position changed, so I wasn't really sure like what my job actually would be, and it was just really stressful last weekend, and so I didn't get around to posting. I don't actually remember what I did last weekend. Like, I can't remember if I went anywhere. Oh, I did visit one of my baby cousins. She is 18 months old and she's adorable, and I went to pay her a visit kind of as a stress reliever. But also just to see her. I hadn't seen her in a long time, and she's so cute. I like can't even stand it. I have like massive baby fever lately, and I don't know why, because I've never had that before, and I'm turning 26 in April, and I'm not currently in a relationship, but like, I don't know, just kind of like my job changing and stuff, it made me think about, you know, my life in general and what I want out of life, and it's just like, kind of like the major thing I want to do is just get married and have a family, more so than a career. But yeah, anyway, it was a crazy week last week, didn't get a video up, and yeah, stress. But anyway, back to the build. So I originally, when I was doing like the wallpaper for the exterior, I initially went with a really dark look, because when I was thinking Tudor, I was thinking like dark browns and stone, and I don't know, it looked really heavy to me, so I ended up changing pretty much everything about this exterior at the moment. Basically nothing stays the same. And I did end up lightening up the exterior eventually. But yeah, I went with kind of this dark look first, and I really played around with like the Tudor paneling, which I hadn't done before in the game too much. I do have a legacy who was living in a Tudor home, and because it was a legacy, I couldn't afford to like really go crazy with the home. So they did have some of the paneling, but like not a lot of different paneling types. So this house was a fun way to kind of like experiment with the new Tudor paneling that we have. As I said, I have not finished furnishing the house yet. I'm still working on that. I don't, like, the kitchen is giving me so many problems. This house didn't take very long for me to build. I think it took maybe a little over an hour. Not much over an hour, actually. But yeah, the building part came really easy. The furnishing part, so far I've only furnished the kitchen, dining room, and office. And I have over an hour and a half worth of footage. So I'm trying to decide if I want to leave it the way I've currently done it, or if I want to make some changes to the kitchen, or I don't know, just like what I want to do. So I'm not sure, I might like redo that. I don't know. When I get to the layout of the house, because I did do the layout in this video, you'll see with the kitchen, it's a really weird shape, and I don't know if I necessarily like it that shape. I'm not really sure. But yeah, when we do get to the layout part, if there's anything about the kitchen that you think you would change or any ideas you have for furnishing, please let me know. And I definitely, because I'm not done furnishing yet, I'd definitely take your suggestions, and it would just be interesting to like see what people would do with it. But yeah, this is where I started to lighten up the exterior. I used, I think I changed the background to all of that like beige background with the white wood paneling. The major thing that really changed the look of this home is the roof. I think at the very end changed the roof to a green roof, and it looks spectacular. Like, I think this is one of the prettiest homes I've built, in my opinion, obviously. You might disagree with me, but yeah, it was all the roof. It was crazy. Like, I don't know, I normally go with the same roof in pretty much every build, or I'll choose from like 3 different roofs. Like, I don't get very adventurous in my roofing design. But yeah, with this home, the second I changed it to green, it was like, oh yes, this looks so good. So yeah, I think you do have to wait for the end of the video to see that. But yeah, I changed the windows in the front a bunch of times. I couldn't decide which windows I wanted. Went through pretty much all of the windows that we have. I did try to keep the exterior to just get together and base game content only. Because if you want to download this home, even if like for the furnishing, if I use some stuff that's from like one of the expansion or stuff packs or game packs or something, if you want to download this home, I think for this series, kind of like, because I didn't follow the rule that I set for myself. Oh my god, I have like a trend here. Not following rules that I set for myself. Typical. But yeah, because I kind of broke the rule that I set for myself, saying that in this entire Build Windenburg series that I'm doing, that I would only use base game and get together content. I already broke that, but I think as long as I kind of keep the rule for the exterior of my builds, I think it would be, I don't know, like, it would just fit the series well. I think if all of the homes on the outside looked like they were just from Get Together in the base game. I don't really know, like, how to explain my thoughts on that. I feel like I'm not being very clear right now, but, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I was still playing with the windows. I'm telling you, it took me forever to figure out the windows on this home. It was just, I don't know what it was. I just couldn't find windows that looked good to me. I think because with Tudor homes, the windows traditionally have like a billion panes of glass in them, and so when I was using those windows against like the wallpaper that I had that has all the paneling, it looked really busy, and so I was trying to get a look that just didn't look too busy. But it was very difficult to like find a happy medium there. The other thing about this home is that there's not really a lot of outdoor space, and I think that's like very true for what big homes in like the center of a town would be like. This style of home I think you would be more likely to find in the countryside than in like a city center. But as I said, my tutor area in Windenburg is the city center, and this was like the biggest lot. I think it's a 30 by 20, I'm not sure, but this was the biggest lot in the city center that was wider in the front. It was like more wide than long. And I knew when I was building this house that I wanted it to be like a wide front. So it doesn't really have a yard. And as of right now, I don't have a back porch for this home. But I have thought about possibly adding one in, just like a very like small, like maybe like 2 by 3 or something porch with some steps to get down, just to have like a back door. But I'm not sure. I haven't decided on that. So the downstairs, the way the layout of the downstairs works, which I think I'm gonna start right now. Yeah. So it basically has a ton of rooms downstairs. And so I have a library, an office, a small kids playroom, a living room, 2 bathrooms, although I might turn one of the bathrooms into a closet. But I don't know, it's always kind of useful, I guess, to have bathrooms like everywhere in a home in The Sims. So maybe I will keep both of them. The bathrooms are what's by the front door, those 2 small rooms by the front door. And I'm pretty sure I extended the one on the right, so it also is a 2 by 3 room. Yeah, but there's a ton of rooms downstairs, and so I don't necessarily think that you really need like a backyard in this game, because I never include like the play spaces for kids, because I like to have them go to the park and meet friends. And like, I don't know, I mean, it's just not necessary, I think, to have a back deck. But who knows? I mean, maybe I will put like just a small porch out back. I'm not sure. But anyway, this area that I was working on here with the pillars and the half walls and stuff, so this is the kitchen dining room area, and as you see, it's kind of a weird shape. It's long and narrow, and it almost has like a little sitting room in the front, and then the dining room on the side, and then the kitchen in the back. And I don't know, I like can't get it to look the way I want it to look. So I've been having fights with that room as I've been trying to furnish, and I'm not sure, I might change a little bit of the layout, or I might swap the dining room with the kitchen. I'm just not really sure. But yeah, I'm figuring that out. So if you do have any suggestions for that area, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, then the upstairs, I have the 2-floor living room, which is kind of a trend with me in building. I like to have 2-story living rooms. I just think they're really nice, even though in the game itself, it really doesn't matter if you have one of those, because, like, I don't know, your Sims can't really, like, they can't really interact on different floors, and the lighting does sort of carry downstairs, but like not very well, so I don't know. Maybe I just don't do the lighting properly? I'm not sure, but yeah. I do have a 2-story living room with one of the huge lights. We have like 2 huge lights, and I kind of wish they gave us more. What I kind of wish they would give us, actually, is a silver chandelier and like a white chandelier with not too much adornment in it. Because I feel like the options that we have at the moment are just very, like you have the gold one, but I think it has pink lampshades, and there's like green lampshades and blue lampshades, and I just want a neutral chandelier. That's not too modern, it's traditional. I don't feel like that's too much to ask for. I don't know. I'm kind of impatiently waiting for them to announce what the next game pack or stuff pack or expansion pack, whatever they're gonna announce next, will be. It tends to kind of like improve my desire, I guess, to build when I know that there's new stuff and new content coming out. It also helps when like my job isn't crazy, but like, yeah, I don't know, I'm very curious with what direction they're gonna go in for the next stuff pack because I feel like it will still be very adult-centric because this entire game is very adult-centric, but like, I don't know what else they could do. Like, if they give us more stuff for throwing parties, I think I'm gonna scream. I want family stuff. I want it so badly in this game. Yeah, I also want more beds, more counters. I don't know, I have a whole list of things that I want. But yeah, so I was working on the landscaping, and there's actually not a ton of room to landscape because, as I said, this is a relatively small lot for this size of a home, and so there's not a lot of extra space left to do landscaping. But I do like what I did. I probably should add some landscaping in the back, but I tend not to do that. I tend not to like add backyard landscaping until I'm finished furnishing the house. I don't know why, it just kind of works better for me that way. Yeah, and then I was just adding some ivy to the walls, and I think this home, in a way, sort of looks almost like a fairy tale type thing. I wouldn't say castle because it's not really large enough to be a castle, but like it kind of has a little bit of like a fairy tale aspect. Yeah, and there's the green roof. Like, tell me that roof does not make this house. I cannot get over what a difference that roof made. It was like really exciting to me, and I wanted to take a billion screenshots when it happened, and then I didn't for some reason. I don't know why. And when I went to make this video, I realized I actually didn't have any screenshots, and like, it's just the build, so I don't include too many screenshots in these videos, but in the furnishing ones, obviously, I include a ton. But yeah, I had to move a family in quickly to this house to take a couple screenshots because of the lot that it's on. If you take screenshots in build mode, especially on this lot, it just doesn't look good. But yeah, I used those flowers that are kind of like flat that I don't normally use just to outline like the driveway, walkway area thing. I don't really know what it's called, path maybe? The front path. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope I will be back soon with another video. But as I said, it's just been crazy lately. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will be back soon. Bye!